time defeats everything. Cities crumble, books fade, steel rusts, even mountains slowly disappear, and the human body returns to dust. That's what nature has always done. Until history began recording a handful of extraordinary exceptions. Imagine opening a tomb centuries after a person's death, expecting to find nothing but bones. Instead, you discover a face, hands, clothing, a body preserved far beyond what anyone expected. Impossible? Perhaps? But reports like these have been documented for centuries. Tonight we are not asking whether miracles happen. We're asking something far more unsettling. Why didn't these bodies decay? Because if even one of these cases cannot be fully explained, it may force us to rethink what we think we know about time itself. And the deeper we investigate, the more extraordinary the mystery becomes. Throughout Christian history, certain men and women became known by an unusual title, the Incorruptible Saints, not because they never died, but because, according to numerous historical accounts, their bodies remained preserved in ways that surprised those who discovered them. Some were found decades later, others centuries after burial. Each case is different. Some bodies remained almost completely intact. Others were only partially preserved. Some were kept in sealed tombs. Others experienced environmental conditions that historians continue to study. One of the best-known examples is Saint Bernadette of Lourdes. When her body was exhumed years after her death, witnesses described a level of preservation that attracted enormous attention. But Bernadette was not alone. There were many others, each adding another chapter to the same mystery. Naturally, scientists began asking questions. Could soil conditions have slowed decomposition? Could temperature or humidity have played a role? Were some bodies treated in ways that helped preserve them? In several cases, researchers found possible natural factors that may have contributed. In others, preservation appeared more difficult to explain. It's important to understand something. The Church itself does not declare someone a saint simply because a body is well preserved. Incorruptibility has never been considered proof of holiness. Instead, each case is studied individually. Medicine investigates the physical evidence. History examines the records. Faith considers a different dimension altogether. And that distinction is exactly what makes these stories so fascinating. Some bodies eventually began to decay after exhumation. Others required protective wax coverings over exposed areas. Several remain remarkably preserved today. Each case is unique. There is no single explanation that fits them all. That is why historians and scientists continue studying them. Not because every case is mysterious, but because some continue to challenge easy answers. Perhaps the greatest mistake would be assuming every preserved body has the same cause. Reality is far more complex, and complexity is where genuine investigation begins. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't the condition of the bodies. Perhaps it's what they represent. For millions of pilgrims, these saints are reminders of lives dedicated to faith. For historians, they are remarkable historical cases. For scientists, they are opportunities to ask difficult questions. Three perspectives, one phenomenon, each looking at the same evidence through a different lens, and perhaps none of them tells the entire story alone. So, why didn't these bodies decay? History offers testimonies, science offers hypotheses, faith offers meaning. None completely eliminates the others. Perhaps that is why these stories continue to fascinate generation after generation. Because every preserved body asks the same silent question: what happened here? Some mysteries disappear as knowledge advances. Others remain alive, because every new discovery creates another question. The incorruptible saints belong to that second kind. Not because everyone agrees, but because the conversation never truly ends. And perhaps the greatest mystery isn't that time stopped. It's that centuries later, we're still trying to understand why. If you enjoyed this investigation, welcome to Divine Eternal Stories. Every week we explore the greatest mysteries of Christian history through historical records, science, archaeology, and faith. always inviting you to think before reaching your own conclusions. Subscribe and join us for the next investigation. Imagine looking into someone's eyes, only to discover that no paint was ever applied to create them. A face on a delicate cloth. No visible brushstrokes. No known artistic technique. Next time, we'll investigate one of Christianity's most enigmatic images, the Holy Face of Manopello. Is it a masterpiece or another mystery that refuses to fade?